Welcome to the class. In this class, we are going to look at the question and how to respond it. Are you a registered or unregistered worker? How would you respond to this question if you are registered or unregistered? And also, we are going to look at the benefits or the consequences of being registered or being unregistered. But before then, let's look at this place. Here we have the vocabulary related to registered worker. Here we have Department of Labor, the department responsible for the workers. We have workers' rights, workers' benefits, labor laws, that is the laws guiding the labor, the rules you have to follow. We have labor union. In the United Kingdom, it's called a trade union. We have minimum wage. We have occupational safety and hygiene, that is responsible for the accidents and the precautionary measures you have to take in companies. You have the health plans and benefits. All these are the words that are associated with registered worker. We have more here. We have work hours. They have to establish how many hours you have to work, generally 8 hours per day or 40 hours per week. Workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, retirement plans and benefits, termination, diversity and inclusion programs, International Labour Organization, that is the remember the acronyms we saw last time. This is one of them. International Labour Organization is the organization responsible for setting the guidelines that regulates labor all over the world, and the head office is in Switzerland. So these are some of the words associated with registering a worker. Now, this is for you to do. Now, if a worker is registered, what are the positive effects of that? Example is a 30-day paid vacation the person will receive. What are the other positive effects of registering a worker? You just write them here. I have given an example, 30-day paid vacation. Another example is a maternity leave. And then the other examples you need to write. You need to write out what are the positive effects of registering a worker. Okay, what are the positive effects of that? To the country, okay, to pregnancy, to the security of the citizens too. Public health, what are the positive effects of that? So you just write them here. Then now on this side, what are the negative effects of unregistered workers? Workers who are not registered. We call them the informal workers. Example, there is no paid vacation. They don't receive paid vacation. They don't receive anything for sick leave. So if they have accident or if they are sick, they receive nothing for that. So on this side, you can write the negative effects here. Right along. At the same time, you have to consider the country as a whole. What are the negative effects on the country, on the pregnancy, on the health of the workers, security of the country, tax collection, etc. So you write all the negative effects here. Now we go to the question. If somebody asks you, are you a registered or registered worker? How would you respond to that? You can be, yeah, I am a registered worker. Why? Because I am registered with the Department of Labor. Here in Brazil, it's called a CLT. So once you're registered with Department of Labor, the department inside Department of Labor responsible for that is CLT. I am also registered with our labor union. Okay. So since you're registered with the labor union, you must be registered with the Department of Labor. Somebody may also ask you, does your company register its employees? Does your company have the habit of registering its employees? Yes. Why? Because the labor law obliges a company to register a worker after 30 days. So it depends on the country. Depends on the country, but if the country adopts the International Labor Organization's guidelines, so the country has to apply it, and the workers must be registered. But in any society, there must be some informal or unregistered workers. That is obvious. So, does your company register its employees? Yes, because the law obliges a company to register a worker after 30 days of admission. Or the company does not register its employees because the workers are considered temporary workers, or because they work as consultants, or because they don't, or because they have their own company before providing service for the company. So in that situation, they don't have to be registered. So you have to justify why it's not. They don't register. If you say no, and if you say yes, you have to justify and say why is the company doing it. Okay. So this is how you respond this. Are you registered or unregistered? So now this exercise is for you. Are you a registered or unregistered worker? You say, I am a registered worker because you have to give a justification. What are the things you receive when you are registered? What are generally the benefits? So those benefits are the things that mean that you are registered, you have to receive. For example, maternity leave, um, sick leave. Okay, so are you registered or unregistered? I am registered. Then you say because of justification here. I am not a registered worker because why not? So you have to say why. The reason may be you're a consultant, you have your own company, or because you're a temporary worker. So you have to tell us why are you not registered. So the next question is what benefits do you have as a registered worker? So because there are many benefits, you have the protection. So what are the benefits? But these benefits are not restricted to the worker. The benefit you have to consider the country as a whole, the presidency, and the public health. What are benefits or what we call the positive effects? Remember, we saw that before. What are the positive effects of registering a worker? It's the same thing as saying, what are the benefits? So here it's not restricted to the benefit to the employee only. No. The benefit has to cover the country, the health, public health, the citizens, the security of society. So you mentioned the benefits or the positive effects here. Now, what are the negative effects of a registered worker? Now, what are the negative effects? Okay, so these negative effects you have to consider the pregnancy, the health, public health. You consider the tax collection. You consider I have said public health. You consider the safety or security in the country. You have to consider the investment of the country or the savings. What happens with the savings in society? All right. So all these are the things you have to expand. Think. Don't just use this and write. Imagine yourself. Ask yourself the question: why should governments or institutions do everything possible, have a law for their citizens to be registered? Think about this. And if they are not registered, if all the workers are unregistered workers, what do you think will happen in society, in such a society? Think about it and then you respond. And then you write your comments on what you think, what's your opinion about all these topics of unregistered or registered worker. And then next class we are going to talk more on that. See you.